was Sitting Bull? Sitting Bull was one of the prominent Sioux warriors who fought at the Battle of Little Bighorn against George Armstrong Custer. Sitting Bull was a great warrior who got his name at age 10, for he had joined his father and uncle on a raid and joined his first war party at the age of 14. In 1863, Sitting Bull battled the U.S. Army in retaliation for the Minnesota Uprising, when federal agents had withheld food from Sioux tribal members living on reservations. In 1864, Sitting Bull faced the U.S. military again at the Battle of Killdeer Mountain. These continuous face-offs with the government convinced Sitting Bull to oppose treaties with the U.S. government that would result in the Sioux people having to live on reservations. In 1868, the U.S. government introduced the Treaty of Fort Laramie, which promised peace to Native leaders and formed the Great Sioux Reservation at the time. Though 24 Native leaders signed the treaty in hopes of peace, Sitting Bull refused, which gained him many followers. In 1869, he was made the supreme leader of several autonomous bands of Lakota Sioux, Arapaho, and Cheyenne warriors. In 1874, settlers discovered gold in the Black Hills, and in direct violation of the Fort Laramie Treaty, white settlers rushed to move into those lands. The U.S. government redrew these territorial lines, and Sitting Bull and his followers were expected to leave the land they were on, which was 240 miles in the bitter cold of winter. As a result of his refusal, he faced General George Crook on June 17, 1876, and won a victory against them in the Battle of the Rosebud. Later, at a camp in Little Bighorn River, Sitting Bull participated in a sun dance ceremony where he danced for 36 hours straight while cutting his arms 50 times. He collapsed and said he had seen soldiers falling from the sky like grasshoppers. And on June 25th, Sitting Bull, along with Crazy Horse and others, fought General George Armstrong Custer and 300 U.S. soldiers in the battle known infamously as Custer's Last Stand, where Custer and his 300 soldiers were all killed. After evading U.S. forces to ensure the safety of his people, Sitting Bull surrendered in 1881 and became a prisoner of war. He became part of Buffalo Bill's Wild West show and became friends with the famous sharpshooter Annie Oakley. In 1890, as the ghost dance movement started gaining popularity among Native tribes, U.S. forces, fearing rebellion, went to apprehend Sitting Bull, who refused to go quietly. A member of the Indian police shot him in the chest, and Sitting Bull died. Just 2 weeks after Sitting Bull's death, U.S. troops killed 150 Sioux tribal members at what is now known as the Wounded Knee Massacre.